minute, fellas. Look here. Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Draw Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the power band, this is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, the Wolverine, along with my superpowered friends. Head in a jar, he go.
Hey.
And C-Lab forever.
Yo.
Welcome to the show, folks. This week we're talking about the 1923 classic. 1923 classic Cocaine Bear. Starring Ray Liotta, and Ray Liotta, and the entire cast of The Americans. Let's start the show. High level.
It's a movie about a bear that does cocaine and kills people. It's about as high level as it gets.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Nice high level. I rated a 1.
It was fun.
Benny?
It was a fun movie.
It's a 1 and fun.
1 and fun.
It's got Sweet Tooth and Ice Cube Jr.
Ice Cube.
Sweet
Is that
Tooth.
Ice Cube Jr.?
Yeah, it is Ice Cube Jr.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. is indeed
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube's
I'll
son.
take a death here. Who's Sweet Tooth?
Yeah, who's Sweet Tooth?
Christian Convery. Henry,
Wait.
the kid.
Sweet Tooth. What is that from?
Or Dee Dee's little buddy. It's a
Oh, I
Netflix
haven't
show.
seen that show.
Oh.
Is that any
He's
good?
a little dare kid. I saw the first season of it, and I realized the second season is out, and I've watched a couple episodes. It's interesting.
Yeah, right on. Kid's got fucking deer antlers or some shit.
He does.
That's
does.
pretty much
It's
it.
kind of
That's
a,
what the whole thing's about, right?
What's that?
It's kind of a what?
Sabada what?
No.
What a needy boo-boo.
Oh, it's so helpful. I love it. Never mind.
No, don't never mind. What's it about?
You know, I don't really know.
Is it one of those shows though? Is it like just like a confusing kind of
No.
Lost style show or what?
No, it's not really. It's basically like there's a pandemic that's wiping out humanity, and
Oh,
at the same time that sprung up, all these kids were being born, sort of animal hybrid kids,
Oh,
and
Ooh. Animal hybrids.
they sort of blame the kids, and there's like this sort of evil fascist organization going around like recruiting people and snowballing and trying to hunt down all the little kids and capture them and experiment on them and
Cool.
do horrible things.
so it's kind of reality minus the deer horns. I like it.
No, it's not.
Not at all. I like that. I
Anyways.
like the kids. The kids do a pretty solid job in this.
Yeah, they do.
They're
They
really
do.
quite funny. The girl is in a
Pretty fucking funny when they start eating
Oh,
the coke.
totally, dude.
That's really funny.
It was great, dude. Yeah, I've done coke. Yeah, totally. How do you do it? I don't know. You just eat it like a tablespoon. I don't know. Super great. The daughter, Brooklyn Prince, she's in a movie with Donkey Dick Willem Dafoe called The Florida Project from a few years back. It's pretty good.
Donkey Dick Willem Dafoe, dude.
Yeah, that's his new thing. She's
Wow,
really
you're
funny
gonna,
too.
You're going
man.
to keep going on that one, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, he's not going to stop.
I'm not stopping. I even put the video in the show notes. I inserted it into, that's kind of an awkward turn of phrase. I put it in the show notes.
Oh boy.
The kids kind of made this. They're the secret sauce that kind of made this way better. I think it would have been kind of janky without the kids.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't like blown away by it,
Yeah, sure.
but it was definitely an entertaining, enjoyable watch.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked. I thought Han Solo and Ice Cube Jr. were an interesting duo.
Yeah, dude. The Buddy Crook movie, they totally had a good buddy thing going.
Yeah, I thought they were funny.
I mean, the whole cast had pretty solid stuff going on. The Ranger was fucking hilarious too, man.
Oh God, yes.
And the teenage kids, the teenage kids were kind of the weak link. They were kind of the Vespa driving teenage kids, but I kind of liked that they were the weak link. They were kind of fuckheads, you know?
No, they were just fucking. Yeah, they were fuckheads for sure, and they were funny.
Dude,
Quintessential
straight up
fuckheads.
fuckheads.
Where
It
did
was
you
funny
end up
watching
on
Ice
level?
Cube Jr. beat the shit out of them?
That was great.
I
yeah,
love
that was
when
super
they got the
solid.
shit beat out of him.
Yeah, the detective was really funny too.
Dude, it's fucking Isaiah Whitlock Jr.
Oh, dude,
bro.
Clay Davis. Yeah, dude, I love him.
Clay Davis.
Shit.
Dude, the thing that you missed about Chips, Chad, because that was a Benny and I twofer. Is that
is he in that?
He was the ball busting chief.
Oh, he would be a great ball busting chief.
Oh, he was fucking awesome.
Perfect.
Man. He's like, so great, dude.
He's designed to play a ball busting chief.
If you guys have not seen Cedar Rapids, he is featured prominently in that, and he's great.
In what?
The fifth or sixth time that was been mentioned.
Yes.
In what?
It's such a good movie. I got a digi copy.
Isn't that like the sequel to...
No.
Nah.
Or a spiritual sequel?
To what?
Like I'm gonna think of that.
Oh, sorry. It's not a sequel to anything. It's a standalone.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It ain't coming out.
The Hangover?
No,
it's not the sequel to any. It's not. I mean, it may be a spiritual sequel. It's not an actual sequel, but it's Ed Helms and Anne Heche and Isaiah Whitlock Jr. and John C. Reilly's in it, and Kurtwood Smith is in it, and
is Kurt Willis in it?
No, Kurt Willis is not in it, but Stephen Root's in it. And
Kurt Willis.
Remember that throwback? That was like from episode 20.
Throwback, yes.
No, I don't remember that at all.
That was when we posited.
Kev mistook Bruce Willis for Kurt Russell and called him Kurt Willis. We created a whole new thing.
We created a whole new person in our lab.
I was pretending to not know so we could get a description for our listeners.
Nice.
Oh, I like it. Very diplomatic.
Dude. Oh, yeah.
Mining for lore.
Do you want to... Should I do my high level?
No, we don't really care.
Oh, my God. Okay, I think... Okay, my high level is as such. I had no clue what this movie was about. I heard about the movie. I heard about the movie from you guys. I thought
the name didn't give it away.
Well, I mean, the name could be
anything.
Well, it could be anything.
It could,
so
yeah.
So like when somebody said to me, it might have been you guys, oh, it's Ray Liotta's last movie and it's called Cocaine Bear. I was just like, I thought it was about like a coke rager. Like I thought it was about Ray Liotta was like some kind of coke rager dude, and there's just like a bunch of people, doing coke and like,
Yet another contestant in the Delta City Showdown.
Somebody in the movie had the nickname Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, sure. Like, that's fair.
They were called Cocaine Bear because they did a ton of cocaine. I did not realize that it was about an actual bear that does cocaine. So to my surprise, this was much different than what I actually envisioned.
And so how did that unfold for you, man? I'm actually fascinated.
Well, it was really good. I was just like, I was like, what the fuck is up with this? And I mean, we very quickly see that, it's an actual cocaine snorting bear, eating bear. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is like an actual bear that snorts coke. So then I kind of figured out that pretty quickly that, the bear got into some coke and he turns into like a crazy rage monster. End of my high level. So that was it.
I like that.
But I did thoroughly enjoy the movie. I love, as we've talked about, like I love things set in the 80s. This movie is a great representation of the 80s, as is Stranger Things. And another favorite show of mine that I've mentioned many times, The Americans, which takes place in the 80s. And this movie was populated by three of the main actors from The Americans, and that would be Matthew Rhys as Andrew Thornton, the guy in the plane, Kerry Russell, obviously the mom, and then Margot Martindale, who played the park ranger.
Right. I still got to watch
all
that.
Three of them. Yeah, you really, really should. It's up there with like The Wire and other
nice.
Things of that ilk. But those three feature prominently throughout the entirety of the show. So,
nice.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. Like all the other players were good. Lil Crushed Ice was good, and
Crushed Ice,
right? And then Clay Davis was great. I mean, what else is there to say? And then we finally get Ray Liotta, and R.I.P. Ray Liotta, dude.
It's a good send off for Mr. Liotta, I think.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Good send off.
Yeah, right on.
So it was
solid
good.
high level.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly we're going to talk about, but I'm curious to see how it comes out. It's just kind of bits and bobs, this whole thing, man.
I did enjoy the opening scene where the dude's like fucking woohoo, throwing shit out the window and then bonks himself on the head. It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, it was. Right?
I don't know. It was silly and funny and cokey.
And cokey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, it's just, I guess maybe a good place to start would be fucking high five Elizabeth Banks. I didn't even know she was directing stuff. Like, obviously.
Same, dude.
Obviously, the other stuff that she's directed isn't really in my wheelhouse with, with like, I don't even know, I'm fucking looking it up. That's how little in my wheelhouse. Charlie's Angels and Pitch Perfect. Like, it's just not my kind of thing. But like,
Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, in 2019, Charlie's Angels.
Wait, 2019, there was a Charlie's Angels movie?
Exactly. I didn't even know it existed. But like, I just love that she's directing. That's so fucking cool. She took like,
I think it's yeah,
especially Cocaine Bear too. Like, it's a lot of fun. So, high fives, Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, seriously, man.
There's a pretty funny moment on Conan O'Brien's podcast. Elizabeth Banks was on, and he's like, "Have you heard about this movie, Cocaine Bear?" And she's like, "Yeah, I directed that." Like, you did? Like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is definitely a zeitgeisty kind of movie. Like, it's so silly that it'll already be cult hit-ish, you know? Like, people will watch the shit out of this wherever you can, streaming-wise. Like, it's accessible to the fucking annoying 20-year-olds who are fucking, you know, turbo moody about movies. And I just feel like it's super silly and accessible, and people will watch the shit out of it. So I think it's a good move, man. I reckon it'll get her a bunch more gigs.
I hope so, dude, because she's great. I think she's funny, and I've loved her in all the things I saw her in. I think Knocked Up was kind of her first, or 40-Year-Old Virgin was the first thing she was really in.
Yeah, and Zack and Miri.
Yeah, that was great, too.
I'm down with Kristen Stewart. She's pretty cool. She does a good job. She was good in that Princess Di movie recently.
She was really good in,
yeah, I agree.
My joke is failing, because I can't think of the movie name.
Oh, the vampire one?
Yes, the vampire movies.
Twilight.
She was so good in Twilight. I cried.
Dude, how great was it seeing... me too. How great was it seeing Tormund Giantsbane as a completely, like, silly Scandinavian backpacker? I was so into that.
Who's Tormund Giantsbane? Is that a real name?
No, he's the Ginge dude from Game of Thrones.
Ginge dude?
Yeah, he's the like
one of the North people?
Yeah. He's the Ginge dude that's all about Brienne of Tarth. Like, I secretly wish Elizabeth Banks cast Brienne of Tarth as his wife in this. I would have been so into it.
Okay. Wait, what did you call him?
That would have been great.
It would have been so good. His name is Christopher Hivju.
What did you call him though?
Tormund Giantsbane. That's his name, dude. He's the Ginge dude.
That's his actual name in the show?
Game of Thrones, yeah.
Yes.
Dude.
Tormund Giantsbane. That can't be real.
I love how you'll like be like, dude, he was like in Seinfeld for 4 seconds, but you have no idea what's going on in any of the Game of Thrones shit. You just gave up like halfway through.
You are correct, sir. Holy shit. All right. Okay, you win, Chad, again.
You don't remember him from, regardless of the silly name, you don't remember the redheaded wildling dude?
Yeah, I definitely remember that guy, yeah. Even though I still haven't watched season 7 because you said it was terrible.
Dude, you can stop watching it like season 4.
T. Christopher Hivju.
Hivju. It's about Scandinavian as it gets.
Oh, it's Tormund Giantsbane. Holy shit, it's right there on the top of the page. That's great.
I mean, I know I make a lot of shit up, but...
You didn't make that
Didn't make that one up. I don't know. The opening and closing where it's just like, oh, it's a cute bear. They don't fight or whatever. Take some pictures. They just get their fucking shit pushed into it. Eats the shit out of the girl's leg.
Definitely got her shit pushed in.
Oh, man, no doubt. No doubt. It was like Revenant meets Grizzly Man meets fucking whatever. It was great. So silly.
Hmm.
I didn't realize it, but it takes place on the Appalachian Trail. I was like, oh yeah, I remember Blood Mountain. And then like a bunch of the shots are like on the trail and stuff. That was kind of random.
Yeah, so you're kind of like you're Tormund Giantsbane.
It's in my wheelhouse. Yeah, dude. I'm just gingy enough to be a Scandinavian backpacker.
You are Scandinavian. So stupid. I love it.
Was totally down with Han Solo. Oh, you're by yourself. I'll call you Solo.
I know. It was cool to see Aaron Eldenreich in this for sure.
Totally. Even his brother Alden Eldenreich.
I mean, Aaron Aldenreich.
And his cousin Alden Ehrenreich.
O'Shea Jackson Jr., oldest son of Ice Cube.
He was great, dude.
Yeah,
Bitching about his jersey after getting stabbed and losing fingers. It's like, bro, you're down a couple of digits. Don't worry about the jersey.
I know, right? So good.
Yeah, I don't know. We turned on to this one, like Nick Marv and a bunch of heads shot us this trailer back in the day, and it definitely lived up to its silly hype, I think. It was a fun little ride.
Yeah.
It had a bit of heart.
I think it was.
You know?
And where did that heart come in the movie, Chuck?
I think it came in with Carrie Russell as like the protective mom, and then she like gets the rifle at the end and it's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here with my kids. And
that was kick-ass.
The kids angle, the Carrie Russell trying to find the kids and the kids' ridiculousness, I think was the heart. And then there was like, you know, the deer antler kid that Benny was talking about being like, you're a bad dad, you know, like it was like, fuck yeah, kid, you tell him, you know. I like that the little boy called out Ray Liotta. It was great.
Yeah, you're a bad dad was good for sure.
So
and
it's a bit of something.
What's his name? Aaron Aldenreich was rocking like a really nice curly mullet.
And he was crying the whole time. Like I love how sappy he was about it.
Yeah, he was.
You don't really see that kind of shit very often. He was all heartbroken.
Yeah, no.
There's definitely some heart in the movie.
Yeah, it had a little heart.
Meh.
Okay. This is kind of crazy too, man. So I guess this is loosely based on the actual events.
Yeah, loosely
inspired. But the bear actually died after ingesting a duffel bag full of cocaine.
I believe it.
I believe it too, man. When it ate that entire brick of coke at the end, I was like, yeah, no, there's no way that's going to work out well. But in the movie, it was still alive.
Turned him into a mountain climbing bear.
It did.
Actually, it's a girl. How do you know that?
Oh, man.
That was on my ear.
That was funny when Aaron Aldenreich was stuck under the bear.
That was great.
Yeah, it was.
Totally unexpected.
Like, that whole scene was just ridiculous.
It was fucking great. And then they're just like hanging out waiting. You're just like, well, what do we do now? I'm glad you know if it was anyone other than Elizabeth Banks, like if it was like a male director, it would have been a male bear that tries to fuck one of them or something. We just don't need that. As opposed to the female one that just takes a nap on Aaron Third Reich.
Takes a disco nap on him.
Totally.
Yeah, no, that's...
No, instead she sits on his face.
Yeah, hey, whatever. I'll sit in your face and tell you I love you too. Good call with the buddy crook thing. I definitely think that O'Shea Jackson and Aaron did a good job being buddies.
Yeah, they did.
Aaron.
Yeah, I'm just going to say his name different every time.
Aaron, right?
Like at the bar.
Aaron.
It's like, can I have the fucking Kung Pao curry or whatever the fuck it was? Dude is just crying, drinking whiskey. Penang. You have the Penang. Is there any chicken in there? No, it's just plain. He's just fucking crying the whole fucking time. It's so good. I also love the little Ray Liotta at the fucking Chuck E. Cheese's or whatever. He's just like, I don't know. He left the fucking kid with me. I don't give a fuck. And then just leaves the kid in St. Louis later. It's like, why'd you leave my seat? He's like, dude, I'm like, what do you expect from me? Like, I'm a drug dealer. I'm your dad. You know I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not going to look after your kid.
Aaron Aldenreich, you mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like O'Shea Jackson goes to see Ray Liotta at that fucking pizza place with the playground, the ball pit.
Oh, yeah.
But then later, Aaron is like, dude, what the fuck, Dad? And he's like, what? What do you expect? Like, I don't look after kids.
Yeah, right.
It's funny, man. Ray Liotta is such a fucking dirtbag in this one.
He's great. He's great at playing a dirtbag as well.
Oh, man. He's just such a fucking piece of shit. I love it.
He is. He looks like a blowout. Yeah. Well,
oh, dude, he looks like a fucking blowout. But it's plausible, too, you know? You're just like, he's an asshole. And then at the end, he's like, no, you don't understand, dude. They're gonna, like, the cartel's gonna fucking giblets from Clear and Present Danger is gonna come and kill us, man. Like, you gotta get in on this. With his sweet fucking boots.
Yeah.
This is the bitsy bobsiest movie ever, but...
Yeah, it is a little bitsy bobsy.
I didn't recognize the dude from Modern Family as the hippie environmentalist dude. I
don't know that show well enough to comment on that. I was trying to figure out who that guy was, and he got his, he got his pretty good, man.
Dude,
my God.
He got his pretty good.
He got chomped.
I don't know. It was a silly caricature, but I like the whole, like, I don't know, like, he doesn't like calling them animals. They're his friends. It's just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's good. It moves at a quick pace, like everything is just kind of clipping along, which is nice, because it's like there's no real time wasted on anything, it's like from one thing to the next, which I think it served it well.
Definitely.
They get right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it kind of Scooby-Doo's with, like, you get, like, the fork in the road and one group goes one way and then 5 minutes later the other group goes the other way. So you kind of, like, the groups of people and the stories are threaded together visually instead of it being, like, a bunch of exposition bullshit, which helps the pacing and stuff. So
yeah.
And they run into each other a bunch.
Yeah. No, that was good.
Even just the rooftop.
Converging.
The rooftop thing with Clay Davis, where they finally get to the pavilion / gazebo and they're like, oh, where's the fucking bag? And then Clay Davis just steps out. Because for a moment, you're like, oh, Clay Davis got it and left and they're going to run into him later. And it's like, no, don't need to waste time. They'll have their little fucking truce thing at the top. It's tidy. It's really tidy.
Yeah, very tidy.
Because it could drag like a motherfucker with less capable hands,
And a bunch of stupidity and stupid storylines. But yeah, no, it moved at a good clip.
Because even that ambulance bit was like super quick, random new characters injected, and they were gone within like 4 or 5 minutes,
Yes.
Which I enjoyed. It was very slapsticky, but I enjoyed that. The send off of the Ranger was pretty funny too, like fucking road rashing on her head.
Yeah, I really liked it was Margot Martindale. She was great. I don't know, the movie had like it had this bizarre kind of quality to it. It was like kind of like there were elements at times of like a B movie like horror gore fest,
totally.
a la like Toxic Avenger, like when it's like when the bear shows up at the park ranger station, you know what I mean? And she like freaks out and blows the dude's head off. And it just goes everywhere, man. It was just like bizarre, it was just weird.
Yeah.
Like it had like weird moments like that. It was sort of highlighted by weird moments like that.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know.
That whole sequence with the EMTs and the ambulance chase and all that is definitely possibly the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's a gory comedy, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to describe it, for sure.
It's not scary.
Not at all, yeah.
Definitely not.
Even the jump scares are kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought, like, again, I thought this was like a serious movie about, cocaine ragers, dude. I had no idea what I was walking into. So, yeah, it's a gory comedy for sure.
You end up in the same position as the actors, like the characters, where you're just like, what the fuck?
Yes. Yeah. And I think gory comedy is what I was looking for a minute ago. Like, that's the best way to describe it.
I do enjoy the what the fuck nature of any of the characters, because it makes you just be like, what? And then run away from a giant murder bear.
Yes.
I also enjoy the Henry kid, the Antler kid, naming it Cocaine Bear, because it's just like the perfect name.
I mean, yeah.
Doesn't get much better. I guess the name of the movie was Cocaine Bear as a placeholder, but they couldn't think of another name. You probably saw that too, but I think that's fucking hysterical.
I mean, it's right there. Why?
What else do you need? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Why fight it?
I'll take a death here. If it ain't Coke, don't fix it.
I definitely did not see the double cross coming.
Yeah.
With
that was fucked up.
Yeah, Isaiah Whitlock's partner there.
Eula Smart. Yeah. I kind of think like part of the reason why I didn't see the double cross is I really, really enjoyed Isaiah Whitlock / Clay Davis's character choices here. Like he was just like kind of like hard boiled, but also like really soft as well. Like he was kind of like
super soft,
but like, you know, dialed it up when he needed to,
pretending not to be. Yeah,
I liked that. It was a little bit of Falling Down. What was his name? The cop in Falling Down. I'll take a death for that too.
Oh, yeah, I can't think of either.
Robert Duvall. Mm-hmm. He did a little bit of Robert Duvall, you know, in the sense of just being a little bit soft and whispery on the phone, but like to his colleagues, super hard. Like, I don't know, man. Like one of the first scene with him where he's just like, "Oh, you had a dog," you know, like, "Did he play fetch?" Oh, that's great. You know, the fact that he's like super upset that his little foofy dog doesn't play fetch is just super funny, man.
That was hilarious. There's a little like flashback. Like, yeah, it's great.
It's just so good. Like, I don't know, if it wasn't for that first interaction with him and Officer Mitchell, the girl.
Yeah,
I think the double cross would have just played totally differently, and it was just super well handled. Like the more I think about it, and the more we talk about it, it's just a really well handled, silly movie.
Yeah.
It takes a B movie structure and turns it into an A movie. You know, it's just it's really funny, but still maintains like B movie vibes. Like I think the teenagers are very B movie-esque, for example, because besides the yellow kid, like they just don't do much.
Yeah, you kind of need those type of characters in this sort of movie, right? Like
no doubt. You need bodies.
You need the shithead teen kids that.
Yeah, even that.
They kind of take the.
Yeah, we're just fucking stealing all the candy and shit. Is that European perfume? It's just so dumb.
Totally, so dumb.
It was so good.
Ponytail getting his head turned into a canoe.
Oh man. He really got fucked up.
Ponytail who did not have a ponytail.
Yep. I kind of like the little like hint at the Coke making people aggro. Like it was a special cut of Coke or something. It was like the 28 Days Later Coke. They do a bit of Coke and attack O'Shea Jackson in the bathroom. Like, I don't know, man. If I was a 15-year-old kid from Tennessee, I probably wouldn't fucking pick a fight with O'Shea Jackson in a bathroom. I'll just be like, I'm just going to wait till the next random elderly tourist comes by and mug them.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed how O'Shea Jackson was just like, oh, for fuck's sake. I got to sort these kids out. Really, guys, just fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, that fucking fight scene in the bathroom is pretty funny.
It's pretty good, dude. You don't see the knife go in, which I appreciated too.
Unnecessary.
Well, he just holds his own the whole time. You're like, all right, mop those kids up. And then he turns around and he's like, fuck.
Yeah. He doesn't save it to attack later like Mel Gibson did, though.
Right. I could have swore that Margot Martindale Ranger was in a bunch of stuff. Like, I haven't seen her in The Americans, but she seems like one of those types.
She was in, the only thing that's jumping to mind is she was in The Firm with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
She played his secretary.
Oh, shit.
You are right, sir.
She's one of the nuns in Miss Davis.
What's that?
Oh, you should be watching it.
Is that a show?
Oh, is that the new dude that the Watchman dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got Betty Gilpin.
Damon Lindelof.
Yeah, it's really good.
What's it called again, Ben?
Mrs. Davis.
Mrs. Davis.
And Margot Martindale's in it?
Yes, she is in it.
I'm definitely down with...
So Betty Gilpin is a nun that's like hunting down. It's kind of like in the near future, and there's like an AI that it's not in charge, but it everybody like is in touch with it, and it sort of helps people get their lives together. But sort of manipulates them too. So she's like trying to sort of hunt it down and kill it.
Okay.
And it's fucking hilarious, and it's really good.
Sweet. I'm totally down with Lindelof, so I'm totally down with that.
Yeah. And when else is Lindelof done?
He did I think he co-wrote he was the showrunner for that Watchmen reboot series, and he's known for Lost, I think. Didn't he do Lost? Yeah, Lost.
Oh, there you go.
I never really got into Lost.
I did. I got way into that. I watched the whole thing. I'm not seeing that shit, dude. Ms. Davis?
It's on Peacock.
Mrs. Davis.
MRS.
Davis.
Mrs. Got it. Mother Superior. Okay. It says upcoming. It's on Peacock.
Peacock.
The fuck is that, dude?
NBC's
Oh my god.
stupid bullshit thing.
What is it?
Show.
Like free?
Freecock.
Is it Freecock?
Probably not.
Okay.
It is not, but it's also where BSG lives.
Ooh.
BSG lives on Peacock?
Yeah.
What do you mean, the OG or the new one?
Both, I think.
Really? Was that an NBC show when it came out? What channel was that on, Ben?
I don't fucking remember.
I would have said sci-fi.
Why? Why don't you remember? It only came
Why
out
don't you
20 years
remember?
ago. Okay.
So anyways, Tormund Giantsbane.
Anyway, Tormund Giantsbane.
Now, Margaret Martindale's great, dude. She was fucking hilarious as the Ranger in this one, man.
Yeah, she
was really funny.
I'm volunteering like left and right for deaths here, but what was the Edward James Olmos?
Battlestar Galactica?
No, the fucking teacher movie we did recently.
Oh,
Stand and Deliver.
Stand and Deliver.
Crusty teachers, dude. Stand and Deliver.
2 + 2 is 4.
Wow. It's like I don't speak.
I totally get like Estelle Harris vibes from this Ranger, in the sense that like she's in everything and like is beloved kind of thing. Like,
she is in a lot of shit, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm totally down with seeing her as a crazy nun. Sweet, I'll check that one out.
She's not a crazy nun. She's just like
a nun.
The mother superior of Betty Gilpin's, like, I don't know what you call a nunnery, but
I think it's a nunnery. So what you're saying is she's not a nun on the run. That's a classic.
No.
Dude, if you wanted a death, you just heard it.
Do you remember Nuns on the Run? That was terrible. Eric Idle.
Yep. And who was in that gem again, Chad? Can you remind the whole audience and us?
Eric Idle and Robbie Coltrane as cross-dressing nuns.
Oh my God, that's right. Terrible.
I mean, that's about as 90s as it gets.
That makes me want to watch
Nuns on the Run.
Shaun of the Dead. What was the other one, dude? Where you played the cop? That was a great movie.
Yeah. Oh, God. The Cornetto trilogy. Hot Fuzz, yeah. That one's fun.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, dog. All over the fucking place today.
Whatever.
It's an all over the place movie.
It is. It's a short movie, and it's going to be a short episode.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. Exactly.
Dude, Carrie Russell is fucking solid as in this, dude. Obviously, she had a 2 million episode run in The Americans, but she's talented, man. I only really ever remember her from, my sister watching Felicity, and like I know she was been in a bunch of other random shit, but she's great. She was really solid in this. I imagine she was pretty badass in The Americans in terms of talent.
Oh my God, she's
you
so
don't do
good
200 episodes of a show if you suck.
Exactly. Yes. She's solid as and great on The Americans. Great in this. Like I don't know, everything she does is pretty excellent, man. Somebody described her as playing a Power Ranger in the Star Wars movie, which is frighteningly accurate, dude.
Who was she in the
I don't remember
Star
which
Wars movie?
Stupid Star Wars movie, one of the new sequelogy movies, It was
she's the one that never takes off her mask, I think. She's like the proto-man.
Yeah, exactly. So that when they go to Nepal to find Babu Frick, that's where she shows up.
God, those movies are so fucking bad.
Yeah, they were. So, yeah.
Zorii Bliss.
But she's great in this. And big kudos to that pink one-piece jumpsuit.
Oh, man.
Wearing, dude. God, it was so fucking 80s, man. You gotta love it.
You gotta love that shit. Yep.
What else?
She was a Power Ranger. I'm just ejecting to take that out. Check that out.
There you go. All right. Let's give you an ejection, Des, because
Zorii
you're all about
Bliss.
God, I fucking hate those movies. I just finish it up with Ray Liotta, man. It's a shame.
Great idea.
I saw that he went down in the Dominican. Well, I wonder if it was just complications due to being in a rural area or something. He had like a heart attack or some shit. It's a shame, man. I really appreciate the fact that his final kind of scene on film is him getting disemboweled by a fucking bear high in cocaine. Like, it really is, like, and I mean this, like, it's a great little send-off for him. It's just such a ridiculous way to go out, and I don't know. It fits in a way, if that makes sense. He's so legendary.
Yeah. Just trying to think. Oh, he was 67. Santo Domingo.
Because I feel like if I were in Ray Liotta's shoes, like, going out like that, it's like a Viking death, you know, like going out in a blaze of glory. Like, there's nothing more ridiculous than having baby bears eat your intestines and kick you off of a fucking waterfall. Like, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good film death.
Yeah, that is a good film death.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
It's a real shame, dude. He was great. I think when I saw that he died, I went and like watched all of his shit again. You know, like watched Goodfellas and stuff again. It's just so classic.
Dude, he was engaged and in the middle of filming a movie when he died.
Yeah, it was very unexpected.
Yeah. That's really
it sucks.
Awful, dude.
It's terrible.
Cause of death was respiratory insufficiency, pulmonary edema, heart disease with arteriosclerosis. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. And then he was posthumously recognized on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, dude. I took offense to that after that James Earl Jones nugget about the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Dude, and Carrie Fisher, she just got a fucking star last week or some shit.
Just did, yeah.
Yeah.
She's dead.
Yeah, another posthumous. It's just a pile of wank.
It is a pile of... It's a pile of wank. Right? It is. It's a pile of wank.
Tommy Vercetti, GTA Vice City. I saw a great little nugget.
I loved him as Tommy. Go ahead.
A great little nugget for Ray Liotta. Maybe we're in NDR. Where he said he never played a video game in his life and like did the voice for Tommy Vercetti and then never like just went and did it and got a paycheck and left. Then some dude in an interview later was like, if you knew it was going to be a hit, you know, like what do you think? He's like, I just would have asked for more money. Like he just didn't give a fuck. And I thought that was really funny, man.
I ran into a guy at the park like a year ago in town and he was like, and he knew him, man. He was like, we were just chatting up, man. He's like, yeah, from, you know, somewhere in New York, or I live down in New York and my kids live up here or whatever. And, he was like, oh yeah, I knew Ray Liotta. He's like, he's a really cool guy, man. Really low key, just like a regular dude, you know.
That's great.
Not interested in like the fame, you know, just like to do the work, and that was it. And I was like, that's really cool, man.
It fits.
It does. And this is not the last movie he did. There's 1, 2, 3 coming out, possibly 4.
Yeah, I guess they were saying it's the last like full movie or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like, I guess he died a week after an ADR session. So I think the rest of it was like still like, you know, when an actor dies halfway through and you have to finish it up with other means, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
Are we in NDR or any other
no
bits or bobs?
Just, no, let's wrap it.
You get any other bits or bobs scenes? Benihana?
No.
Benihana.
Kids doing cocaine.
All right, nuggets, go.
Just did it.
What?
The Tommy Vercetti payday thing, final film. You dropped it was based on a true story. I guess like the dude falling out of an airplane and landing in a driveway was a true part, and then a bunch of bags of coke falling into a forest was a true part. So there's that. That it was on the AT was an interesting little nugget.
Yep, that is cool.
That you didn't know who Tormund Giantsbane was is a pretty interesting nugget.
Yeah, that was that's a good nugget.
That's pretty much it. The scene in which the bear is crushing the ambulance dude was based on the scene in The Great Outdoors of John Candy, which I like.
Huh.
Deaths.
Then, Chad, you were like the star of the deaths this week, dude.
There's quite a few.
Well, there's 3 recorded deaths, and that would be Who is the Sweet Tooth death, the Nuns on the Run death, and then the You Ejected on Kerry Russell.
You have a Sweet Tooth death too, then.
I do?
Yeah, that was the two of us.
Oh, okay. There you go. I have a death. Yay.
Rady McRadington?
Yeah. I'm going to rate this movie an 8.4.
Yeah?
It's a great movie, man. It's really funny, and it's like Ben said, a gory comedy is the best way to describe it. It's just such a weird story, and I love weird and different things. So, there you go. Great stuff.
I was gonna, I'll sandwich my something like a 5 in here just because, algo. Yeah. I was going to say that this is a B movie, and as a result of it being a B movie, it can't be a 5. But I think that I stick by what I said earlier, which is this is a B movie structure that gets elevated to an A by excellent handling by Elizabeth Banks and the cast.
Agreed.
So I think this movie should define the borderline between B movie and A movie, and therefore it is a 5. And the one below it is a 4.9, and the one above it is a 5. So
I don't know, man. I don't think it's a B movie. It's just like an indie movie.
It's a B. It's a B structure. You don't get the horror-esque elements. It's B all the way, but
okay,
it does an excellent job of. It knocks it out of the fucking park when it comes to the execution.
I totally agree with you, man. It's great.
And the more we talked about it, the more evident it was that it knocked it out of the park. So it is now the definition of a good movie on the algo.
Which is what?
A 5.
A 5. A straight 5.
Straight 5. Like it's a 5.00000001. Like it is the definition of what defines a good movie. Because I think it was solid. It was fucking excellent execution.
Yeah, I agree. It is a solid movie. That being said, though, I don't know if I'll ever find cause to watch this again.
Yeah,
I don't know if I will either. I was just thinking about that.
It's kind of a one and done,
Yeah.
For me, anyways. I'm sure other people will feel differently. I don't know. I'm going to throw a random number out here. I'm just going to go with 7 7/8.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like if we still lived in the world where you could watch Habeas Smith, if we watched TV movies and it came on, I'd probably watch it again.
I could see this. I could see this being a Habeas Masters on multi-watch.
But people just don't consume shit like that anymore. I don't know about you guys, but couldn't fucking tell you the last time I watched TV that wasn't streaming.
I don't watch TV. I still watch in the same way. I just don't wait for HBO to overplay something. I overplay it myself.
But do either of you guys flip channels anymore?
No.
Yeah.
I don't even have live TV.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't either, but I do
have internet and subscriptions.
Yeah, same.
I do the Ritalin equivalent though, Chad. I'll start watching. I know you do, and I'll start watching something, and then I'll be I'll pause it and put it down, and I'm doing something else, and then I'll think of another show, and I'll start watching that, and I have started watching 4 things in one night.
So the ejection situation is not just part of our show.
It doesn't happen often, but it does happen.
Okay. I like how you eject from your movie watching just like you eject from the show.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Ritalin is a very apt description of that.
There you go.
Word.
Okay, so Chad Lab, what are we doing next week?
Next week we're doing the original Superman, Christopher Reeve.
Ooh. That sounds exciting.
Is that a Gene Hackman Lex Luthor one, or is that a different?
Yeah, of course it is.
It's been a long time.
And Ned Beatty.
I love me some Gene Hackman Lex Luthor.
Dude, I love me some Ned Beatty.
It's Tessfucker!
Yes.
Yeah.
Word. That's the one.
Good stuff. All right, that's exciting. So there you have it, folks.
Is it, though?
Cocaine Bear, a movie that's not about people raging on cocaine. Stay tuned next week for Superman. And we'll see you on another time. You're the best. We love you. God bless.
See ya.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to check out the show notes for this week's episode, you can do so in your podcast app of choice or at our website, ebd.fm/episodes/208. If you want to support the show, you can do so on Patreon by chucking us $1. You can also tell your friends to check out the show, and you can rate us and review us on the various podcast mediums that we are on. And, of course, don't forget to check us out and join in on the fun on social media on Instagram at EBD Podcast. And that's it. We'll see you next week for Superman. Bye.
One for C-Lab, two for Torhigo, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Beady, beady, beady. Stop into it.